time. And tell you what, Danny Bellissimo, in recent history, so this, though, historically has been a great matchup, and today a great test for Air Force and for,
haven't really played the powerhouses yet. So I think today is going to be a real good matchup.
Well, up top for the Air Force Falcons, Kalen is a big tasty, but he will be a big handful today. The opening face-off, and here we go, is Air Force and Ohio State battling for the 35th time all-time in this meeting. Up top, and Air Force flips it back. 2 on the shot clock, 1 on the shot clock. They'll fire it, and it's stopped in goal there by. They'll bounce it behind the cage. And the rip and a goal from the near side. That's Jackson Birtwistle, a transfer out of Syracuse, and off for Ohio State. They lead at 1-0 here with 9:22 to go in the opening quarter. Air Force does not have the luxury using that transfer portal, but Ohio State has used that to their advantage. That shot wide of the post far side field. Rotates over to the far side, and now Ohio State working here behind the cage. Off to the right side. Now behind the cage. Manna Wilhelm defending, and a shot from the far wing. It goes. So a goal for the Ohio makes it 2-0 Ohio State. This time it's Jackson Walsh, down 2 goals. They get in deep and they score. They cut the lead in half on the drive to finish. How about the freshman Christian Schweiger?
Yeah, he's, starting off his Air Force career with a bang. This is Kalen Driggs. Everyone's ball watching because Kalen Driggs is our #1 scorer, but he's able to just find Schweiger on that back pipe, and he so far has just been sharks to blood in the water.
Oh, that's an open look, and wide to the post. Didi there. Good coverage in goal for the Falcons.
But you've seen on air
goal of the game here for Ohio State. Marinier, Birtwistle, the low rip and a goal, his second of the game, and it's 3-1 Ohio State.
Yeah, you see they get this ball down to Marinier there, and he takes a couple of steps in and drew all of the Air Force defensemen down, which enabled him to get the ball back to the top of the key, and he just had a wide open look at the goal. Went low and away.
So swims, oh, what a move. Gets in deep and scores. That's Logan Solberg, the transfer out of Yale. 4-1 Ohio State.
AC just gives up this swim move straight, and the slide was late. Air Force has just got to be quicker, sliding the hard line, and Cole Cunningham is still the one coming up with the ground ball. That just shows how much that kid hustles as a long stick midi, picking up a ground ball that deep into your offensive zone.
Height with the ball now for Air Force. Skip pass over to the far side, one-on-one to the wing, and oh, what a play. Not much of that clock as possible. Playing for the last possession here of this quarter. Rasmani over to the right side, drops it off, shot, and it goes. They cut the lead in half. What a play out of the timeout.
Schweiger with his second goal of the day. Ooh, unfortunately, he wasn't able to get that pass off, and Ohio State's back on the fast break.
And nobody on him, untouched virtually. They go in. It's Marinier, his first goal of the game. That's number 11 on the season. Alex
Marinier just gets a shorty there, goes with the big face dodge, and then he's one-on-one with Didi. Before that, though, Kane
working it behind the cage. A 5-2 lead here for the number 10 team in the nation. They get in deep, shot, and a score. So bang, bang here to start the second quarter. This time it's Khalif Hawker, the freshman out of Cincinnati. Ohio State extends the lead to 4, and Hawker goes low for his 5th goal of the season. Jackson Birtwistle able to pick it up here and on the move, defended here by Pfeiffer. Thought about the low shot going in, and good play in goal. Scoring one of the 6 goals here in this first half. Plays it from the point. Marinier drops it off to Delaberti. There's Delaberti. The shot near side, and it hits the side of the cage. Luke has to push it wide. A drive here, getting in, and that shot wide of the post. That's height on the move, and it's going to take a lot to get it by big number 18 here today. He scored 1 goal here. That came in the first quarter. Solberg dumps it up top. Marinier, quick toss, sets up another goal. Marinier the assist, and Khalif Hawker the goal. Hawker back-to-back goals, and it's 7-2 Ohio State. And with that, a timeout on the field. 4:16 to go. Onto the ball, long at all. Marinier on the receiving end, thought about the shot. Haas now reversing direction. Rotation and a low shot, and that's a good save. Ground ball, fought for, and Air Force comes out of there with just under 2:30 to go here in the second quarter. There's Versansky, the screen. He'll keep possession, dumps it off, and Air Force nearly loses possession. Ground ball, fought for. Like that. You get in deep, makes a stop, and now he gives his chance for a final goal here. The Buckeyes at the end of the half. Under 10 seconds to play. Low shot, it's wide, and that should 20th ranked Denver. Trying to apply a little bit of pressure here to start the second half. Driggs drops it, and that's just pressure by Ohio State to force a turnover, a ground ball, and the Buckeyes able to chase it down. Move here by White. Up top, Marinier, rotation. Good defense by the Falcons. Ohio State shows patience. 5 on the clock here, and they score. They eat up the shot clock and then score. Time winding down to make it 8-2.
This is a pretty nice feed to Hawker, right on the crease. Noam Parlett didn't have a shot.
And Khalif Hawker with the hat trick. In a trio today. And on a face-off, a ground ball won here by the Falcons, trying to cash in, and they do.
That's a hat trick for Christian Schweiger today.
So a pair of hat tricks. Hawker just gets his, and now Schweiger answers. Christian Schweiger, the freshman, sensational start to the year.
Yeah, this is just an all
5-goal lead. And the Buckeyes going to work here on the north end, Falcon Stadium. That's Delaberti. Now rotate it down low. Yet Marinier retreating up top, takes the shot and scores. Well, not much of a window there, but Alex Marinier able to fire it through for the Buckeye lead. Stay somewhat within striking distance. The lead now significant, up 6, but they can chip away here. Still a lot of time left. Over 9.5 minutes here in the third. The drive, and that one just thrown away. In this third quarter, playing with the 6-goal lead and the ball. Defensively, that's Albertson working for Air Force. They'll switch it up. Haas on the move, shot is wide. Also in the scoring act here this afternoon, he scored the second goal of the game to make it 2-0 Ohio State. Walsh on the drive, spins away. A defense play there by Blake Boyd, and they'll rip it in from the near side. Marinier has a hat trick. Second Buckeye with a hat trick here today. Marinier with on the move and able to keep possession. Driggs behind the cage. Kalen one hopper, and Air Force there to keep control here. And that shot from the far side, no. So Air Force getting multiples we want him to take. Nothing easy.
Yeah, you kind of get the sense off the last two shots that Caleb Driggs has taken. He's maybe getting a little frustrated, a little antsy. Not very high percentage shots.
And there is a high percentage shot out of the back of the net. One hopping it in, Ben Height. It's 10-4, foul.
Just a hard bounce shot going from the carpet back up underneath the crossbar. And you could tell Caleb Fihawk is still watching the replay on the big screen right now.
At the end of this third quarter to keep it a 6-goal deficit. Spin move by Solberg, flips it up top. Marinier dumps it down to the right side. Haas on the move, and he scores. That is a beautiful shot, resulting in the 11th goal of the game. Garrett Haas on the board for the first time here today. 3, Ben Haas makes it 11-4, Ohio State. Rogan Kane, ground ball won by the Falcons. They flip it down, closing seconds of the third quarter, tick away. And that brings us to the end of. Here's McGee. Slides over to the right side. Quick toss behind the cage. They get in deep. And physical play, ground ball, loose ball picked up here by the freshman goalie. Mission Hills, Kansas flings it over to the far side here for the Buckeyes. Shot and a goal. Number 21 for Ohio State, Jake Struck. Strikes here with 10:34 to go. 10
to say next man up.
So Ohio State controlling here. 10 minutes to play in this one. Bickelmeyer. Air Force out of goal at Marist, and then they're back home for 2 tough games against 2 top 10 teams of the country, Duke and number 2 Syracuse. The drive and the score. Air Force showing a lot of guts here in this one. That's Henry Spencer getting.
And he just comes in, kind of a fake shot, gets that guy to lunge a little bit and just goes low.
And if you're Bill Will, Ohio State gets in deep, and oh, what a play. Saved by the freshman, and now play stops. Looks like a flag down behind the cage. The 10th ranked team of the nation. Open look, and this Ohio State team has been absolute money on the man-up situation, and that continues. This time, it's Jack Diliberti. Jack Diliberti scores.
This big wind-up gets Air Force to overcommit, pulls it back, and then he's just hands-free about 10 yards from the cage.
Working this near side, onto the field comes Cole Rassis. Up top, Spencer, good move, set up and a goal. Beautiful shot and a score by Henry Spencer. Across the globe, slowly working its way across the pond. Here's Cole Rassis. Pass up top, Schweiger, wide of the post, right side. They will be a tough test for everybody, whether they're coming into Columbus or seeing the Buckeyes in their backyard. And in for the goal for the 8th time today, Air Force able to strike. Luke Versansky on the goal for the Falcons. Up and played by Jack Allen.
Oh, the full field from the 30. Air Force was in a 10-man.
Jack Allen. Well-played game, hard-fought game by Air Force, but tip your cap. Ohio State has just been the better team today. They come in as Air Force gets a late goal on the run. Falcons, Cole Rassis scores to make it 14-9 with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, he just puts his head down, runs through them, and then overhand shot. Gets Ohio State's goalie thinking.
Out, they score the first two, keep the pedal down, and Ohio State gets it done today. Clock ticks to 0, and that will do it. Your